Okay, great to have you here, Anthony. Today, Anthony's going to be talking about, why you should always be preparing your business to sell. Really important for those that are either, close to selling, or maybe you've never even considered it before. There's probably a real mix in the audience. This is for anyone that's in these positions, and they're wondering why it is that you should always be preparing to sell your business. So thank you all for joining so far. We're just going to hold on a couple minutes just as people enter. I've got quite a few registrants here today, so just want to make sure that we fill it all up. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're having a little bit of a cold spell again here. I'm in Northeast Florida, so we thought our 1 week winter was over, but it looks like it's made a return for a few more days anyway.
Okay. Not as bad as Ireland probably this time of year
This is an Irish summer.
though.
This has a day like this. People are laying out at the beach in suntanning. That's why I'm not there anymore. Everybody says how beautiful Ireland is, but it's cold and wet, and the winter days are very, very short.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm sure your
Okay,
mom
we're just
told you
having a
that.
few more people.
All right.
Oh, she does. Yeah, she does. She does. Um, okay, just a few more people joining here. Just to let you know, we're just going to hold on a couple more minutes just as people join. Just make sure we got everyone in here.
Yeah, no problem. The more the merrier.
Good stuff. Um, okay, we'll go on the minute. And this is going to be quite an interactive one, guys, just for those who are in here at the moment. There's going to be some engagement, some polls, some questions. So just get ready for that. And it's all confidential stuff. So, no one else in the webinar can see it. But it just gives us an idea of like the level of experience of people in there, and, kind of your preferences as well. So, okay. All right. Well, look, I think I'm going to hand it over to you, Anthony. Let's get things going.
Okay, but before we do that, I do actually have a surprise question I'm going to ask everybody. I'm going to spring it on you. I didn't tell you about that, but we will get to that. Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm going to have some assistance from the beautiful Jean. She's going to help move slides because we've got a little bit of a technical glitch here. So at the end of each slide, I'm going to ask her to move us along. So Jean, are you ready to get started?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks.
Okay. Do we have the first slide up?
Yes, it's up. Yes, it's up.
Okay. All right. I can't see it, so I'll just that's fine. I'll just get started. Thank you everybody for joining us. Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Rigney. I'm the founder and broker at Quorum Business Advisors. My specialization is in Main Street business brokerage and mergers and acquisitions. And I'm really passionate about helping business owners maximize the value of their business. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that should be on every business owner's radar. That's why you should always be preparing your business for sale, even if you don't plan to sell. This isn't just about selling, it's about building a stronger, more profitable, and sustainable business. So let's jump right in. So, Jean, can you forward the slide here, please? We'll start with a simple question. Why prepare your business for sale if you don't plan to sell? The answer is simple. Life happens. Unexpected events like illness, family obligations, relocation can pop up at any time. When these things happen, you don't want to be scrambling to prepare your business for sale. Businesses that are well prepared not only sell faster, but also command higher prices. Building a sellable business requires detailed planning. Like any journey, you've got to figure out where you are, where you want to go. To start with, you should consider getting a business valuation. Now, we can do everything from a simple estimate of where you stand today, which costs nothing, all the way up to a full-fledged business valuation on the level that an SBA lender would do. This will let you know where you stand today. Next, you'll want to determine where you want to be. A financial advisor can help you with that. If you don't have a good one, I can make some recommendations. The financial advisor will let you know the proceeds that you'll need from the sale to be able to, if your plan is to retire or whatever your financial plans are. Once you know that, you can build your journey. And it starts with working on the internal aspects of your business, things like employee relations, internal processes, and the external parts of your business, which would be everything customer facing, things like customer satisfaction and pricing and so on. So why prepare your business for sale? This is the next slide, Jen. The good news is the same steps you take to prepare for a potential sale are actually best practices in running a successful business. You want to maximize cash flow, document and track performance, and build a team that runs without you. Proactively preparing your business can maximize the value and streamline the process even without immediate plans to sell. Preparation equals best practice. When it comes to preparing your business for a potential sale, whether that's in the near future or years down the road, strategic planning is essential. This means taking a step back and ensuring that your business strategy aligns with your vision, mission, and long-term goals. A business that runs efficiently is significantly more valuable than one that is overly reliant on the owner or bogged down by outdated processes. Buyers look for businesses with scalable and streamlined operations that are easy to take over and grow. This means leveraging technology, improving workflows, and reducing inefficiencies that could be costing you time and money. A well-organized business doesn't just attract buyers, it also allows you to operate more profitably in the meantime. Finally, let's talk about risk management. Risk management is something many business owners don't think about until it's too late. The reality is risks exist in every business, whether it's market fluctuations, economic downturns, regulatory changes, or internal vulnerabilities like losing key employees. Maximizing cash flow. Buyers love businesses with consistent, predictable, and strong cash flow. To achieve that, focus on growing revenue and controlling expenses. Ensure operational efficiency, streamline where you can. Ask yourself, am I leaving money on the table? The goal is to maximize your bottom line while positioning your business as a sound investment for a future buyer. Ways you can maximize cash flow. Optimize your accounts receivable. Streamline invoicing. The goal is to bring your money in as quickly as possible. Manage inventory effectively. This is something that we often see as a big problem in small businesses. We go to the warehouse and we find that the business has way too much inventory. They're tying up their cash flow in the warehouse in inventory. Make sure you put in place processes that can ensure that you have the right amount of inventory. Also, avoid obsolete inventory. This becomes a big problem at the time of sale if the buyer finds out that some of the inventory they were expecting to receive is actually obsolete. So take care to manage your inventory effectively. Negotiate with favorable terms with your suppliers. Just as you want to bring your money in as quickly as possible, you want to take as much time as you can in sending it out. Utilize asset-based financing. Perhaps instead of buying a new truck for the business, you lease a new truck. Look at these options to see if this will free up cash flow for you. and improve your operational efficiency. Document financials, operations, and track performance. The goal is transparency. Buyers want to see a clear picture of how your business is performing. This starts with keeping accurate financial records, implementing tracking systems for metrics and key performance indicators, KPIs. These aren't just tools for a potential buyer. They're tools for you. They help you make better, data-driven decisions and strengthen your business. When I first meet with business owners, one of the first questions I ask them is, how many times do you go on vacation? Now, that may seem like a strange question to ask, but the answer I receive is very informative. It tells me a lot. If the owners tell me we go on frequent vacations, we take cruises, we're gone for 2 weeks, the business runs itself, this tells me that the owners have built a team that can run without them, a business that can run without them. And this is a very sellable business. On the other hand, if I'm told, well, I'm chained to my desk, I can't go on vacation, I work 60, 70 hours a week, this business would fall apart without me at the wheel. This tells me that the owner has some work to do to build a team that can run without him or her. So to do this, we need to define roles, standardize processes, empower your team, be prepared to delegate and leverage technology and automation. So the buzzword today is AI. If you're not implementing AI in your business, if you're not implementing automation, I promise you your competitors are, and you're falling behind. So pay attention to these things. Build a strong team, clearly defined roles, implement systems and processes that ensure smooth operations. Buyers don't want to purchase a job, they're looking to purchase a company. Let's look at a real world example. I've talked a lot about.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, sorry to interrupt, Anthony. This has been great. Sorry, I just wanted to. I think it'd be a good time to ask the audience actually, just if they could help us just with the poll and just gives us a good idea really of their level of buying and selling, at businesses and basically with deals. So I'm just going to launch a poll quickly. This, by the way, is a confidential poll. It just gives us an idea of the kind of level that you're at in the attendees in this channel at the moment. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, great. So not as experienced with buying and selling. Great. Yeah. So this stuff definitely with these cases definitely speaking to these. So yeah, thanks for that, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you. I wanted to talk about a real world example. Back in 2019, we met with a business owner who approached us for evaluation. He and his wife were considering selling their business. At the time, they had gross sales in the region of, I think it was just under 3 million. Pretty good number, but their margins were poor, their profitability was poor. So we did an analysis of the company. We came up with 3 issues, 3 challenges. The first challenge was owner over-involvement. The owner was in the field. He was actually working on jobs as well as managing in the field. The second challenge was lack of financial oversight and cost control. We discovered that the owner's wife was doing the accounting. She had no accounting background, even though they had a QuickBooks subscription. They weren't actually really using it. And then the third challenge that we faced was low profit margins. And this was due to really they had a lot of accounts that were not priced properly, where they just weren't making a lot of money on those accounts. So we approached them, we talked to them, we came up with some potential solutions. The first problem was actually relatively simple to fix. we we recommended, having spoken to the owner, I learned that there was a key employee in the field who could be trained to take over those responsibilities. With a little up training, with a promotion and a little bit more money, this employee was able to take over the responsibilities in the field that the owner had been taken on himself. This allowed him to return to the office, to interface with customers more, in effect, to work on his business rather than in his business. So this was the easiest solution that we were able to implement. It did not take very long. We were a little concerned about the second conversation, so we did not want to alienate his wife. However, we discovered that when we brought up this subject, she did not enjoy the accounting at all. In fact, she felt she was letting down her husband and letting down the business. And she was quite delighted with our suggestion of hiring a part-time bookkeeper. So they brought in a part-time bookkeeper. The wife took care of administrative duties, which she really enjoyed. The part-time bookkeeper started to effectively utilize QuickBooks to record and track the financials of the business. So this was also a big success. The third offered solution was a little bit more problematic. The owner was very concerned about approaching his customers with the suggestion of price increases. He thought he would lose a lot of his customers. So we suggested doing it slowly, customer by customer, to see what kind of feedback we had. What we discovered was that many of the customers were actually expecting a price increase. They knew that they were underpaying and were quite willing to pay more. There was about, I think I recall there was maybe 10% of customers they did lose due to the proposed price increases. These were the customers who were the least profitable. And these were the customers who were the most problematic and most time consuming. We all know in businesses, there are some customers you'd rather not have. They were still able to easily replace these customers with more profitable accounts. The result was a great deal of success. Revenue grew over a 2-year period. It increased from just under 3 million to over 4 million. Profits surged. We were able to bring this business to the market in 2023, near the end of 2023. We received, I believe, three very strong offers. The husband and wife accepted the offer that they liked the most, and it wasn't just the price. They also felt this buyer was the best fit for their business. We went smoothly through due diligence. The buyer was very impressed with the documentation, with the tracking they'd done, with the financial records. So due diligence went very smoothly. The buyer was also very impressed because the solutions we had put in place, while they had improved the business, there was still more room for growth from those solutions. So we closed this business. Everything went well. I spoke to the buyer about 2 weeks ago. In the year since he took ownership, revenue was up another 20%. So simply implementing these solutions and transforming the business into a sellable business really paid off for these sellers. Now, I'm going to drop that unexpected question now, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Would you like to drop it now? Yeah.
Yes. So my question is, what percentage of businesses that go to market will actually sell?
Okay. So to answer the question, guys, if you could go to the top, and there's a box with a question mark on it, and you can provide your answers in there. It's in the top right-hand corner. It's a box with a question mark. If you could repeat the question, that'd be great, Anthony.
Sure. I'm looking for a percentage What percentage of businesses that go to market for sale will actually sell?
Okay. I just added it to the that's in there. If people would like to just give it a second, see if anyone wants to take a guess at that. Okay. Okay, you're gonna have to reveal it, Anthony.
Okay, I guess everybody's shy. Well, I
Yeah.
think that it's actually on the next slide, Gian. You can find that.
Wow.
The number is 15. 15, 15% of businesses that are listed will actually sell. That means 85% of businesses that hit the market do not sell. And I've listed a number of the reasons for this. One of the biggest reasons is overpricing the business. A lot of business owners believe that the more you ask for a business, the more you'll get for it. This really isn't true, and it's a big mistake. The problem with overpricing a business is that you'll run off serious buyers. If you get interest at all, it'll be from non-serious buyers, and when you do receive an offer, if you receive an offer, it's going to be a really low offer. So the key is really to price. One of the keys to selling a business is to price your business at the right level. A second problem is poor cash flow. So when we put a business on the market, when we go to market, we put together really nice digital brochure, uh, usually about 20, 30, sometimes 40 pages. It's got a financial summary. It's got a great explanation of the business, all of the opportunities that exist. I can tell you from experience that when we send that SIM out after somebody has signed a non-disclosure agreement, and when I speak with that buyer, 95% of them will go directly to the financial summary page on the SIM. They'll look at those numbers. If they don't like what they see, they won't read anything else. So buyers are focused on cash flow. Businesses that have poor cash flow are very difficult, if not impossible, to sell. The next reason why businesses might sell is poor documentation. And this really comes down to once you get an offer and you're in due diligence, if you can't provide good documentation for the buyer, if you can't prove what you've been claiming, you're going to lose that deal. This is the main reason why deals will fall through, is a lack of proper documentation. Another reason, which we've touched on already, is that the owner is too central to the business. Nobody is looking to buy a job with 60, 70 hours where they're chained to the desk. They're looking to buy a business that has a good team in place that will allow that transition to go smoothly. So if you don't have a good team in place and you want to sell your business, now is the time to be working on that. And then another reason, the other main reason why businesses don't sell is that they're not represented by an experienced broker. So there's a lot of people out there. There's owners who attempt to sell businesses. There's people without experience who try to sell businesses. If you're going to hire a broker, you want to make sure that they're experienced. Ask them how long they've been in the business. You want to make sure that they're reputable. So ask if they're a member of the International Business Brokers Association. All reputable business brokers and M&A advisors are members of the IBBA. We are. And then lastly, ask about certification. And the certification you should be looking for is a certified business intermediary. That's a CBI. I'm a CBI person. It's very difficult to get this certification. Someone who's a CBI has the experience and knowledge to properly represent your business? Well, 85% of businesses that go to market don't sell. 85% of the businesses that we represent do sell. So it's very important to get an experienced broker when your time comes to sell. So why preparation matters, even if you never sell. Even if you don't plan on selling anytime soon, the benefits of preparing your business now are immediate. So increased profitability, smoother operations, peace of mind knowing you're ready for any eventuality. And when the time comes to sell, whether it's planned or unexpected, you'll be in a position to command the highest price and attract the best buyer. So I think we're on, Gene, we should be on the testimonials page. I'm not going to read these testimonials. You can go to our website. We have our reviews on there. You can also go to Google reviews and read what people have said about working with us. From here, what's next? I would say start treating your business today as if you were selling it tomorrow. If you need guidance or you have questions about preparing your business for sale, I'd love to help. I offer a free, confidential, 15-minute consultation to discuss the goals and how we can position your business for maximum value. You's going to put a link in the chat there. You can click on that to schedule a call with me today. So let's prepare your business for success, whether you sell it or not. So thank you for joining me today. Remember, preparing your business to sell is not just about selling, it's about building a better business. And before we wrap up, I'd love for you to stick around for a Q&A session. This is your chance to ask anything, whether it's about preparing your business for sale, maximizing value, or navigating the selling process. No question is too big or too small, and I want to make sure you walk away with the insights you need. So if something is on your mind, now is the time to ask.
Thank you very much for that, Anthony. That was brilliant. Can't believe that with the percentage, with 15% of businesses actually sell that go to market.
It is shocking.
Crazy.
Even those of us in this, business really find it hard to believe that, but it is very well known. Some people estimate it as low as 10%. But there's a lot of reasons, and all of those reasons, selling a business is a complex process, and the business needs to be prepared first before you go to market. So finding the right person to represent you is really key.
Yeah. Got a question here. So how far in advance should you be preparing to sell? I guess, from the talk, it looks like it's, kind of any time, but, all the time. But, is there I guess, the process, I guess, on that question, how long does that take?
You should. When I first got into this business 18 years ago, my mentor told me that when you start a business, you should be preparing to sell that business. So really from day one, when you own the business, I know that's not realistic. Most business owners don't even think about it until it becomes time to sell. I would say that at least 3 years out is ideal. And the reason for that is very simple. If your buyer is going to need a loan, an SBA loan, the SBA looks back 3 years. So, and most buyers will look back 3 years. The bigger deals, some will go back as far as 5, but typically they look back 3 years. So 3 years out is ideal. But maybe you need to sell next year. Maybe you need to sell next month. You can still start today. Start doing these things today. So if your plan is you're going to sell next year, we'll start doing all these things today. Start maximizing your cash flow. Start tracking performance. Start, working with your team to make them more self-sufficient. And we did sometimes a business owner comes to me and they're ready to sell. It's not a perfect business. We still sell those businesses. We're talking about the ideal situation. You get everything right. But even non-perfect businesses do sell. So just come talk to me, free consultation. We'll let you know where we are. I'll be very honest with you. If we can't sell your business today, I'll let you know. And I do have those conversations from time to time.
Got another question here as well, actually, on that. And, in terms of meeting you, do you meet the business sellers in person, business owners in person?
I do like to. So even though starting with COVID, I really became a big fan of the camera, of Zoom, very efficient. But I typically don't go to market unless I've met with the owners in person. Now, I've sold businesses in other states where that wasn't really very practical, but for the most part, I do like to sit down face to face with the owners, talk to them. I still think there's a lot of value in that. I also believe, by the way, the same thing goes when we get buyers. So we send out that confidential memorandum. Typically, one of the first steps is a phone call or a Zoom call. But before we get an offer, I like the buyer and seller to meet because in this business, personal relationships are very important.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, I think that's everything. So yeah, unless anyone's got any questions now? No, all good. Okay, yeah, well, I think that's everything then, Anthony. Thank you very much, everyone for joining. There'll be a recording going out as well. And yeah, Anthony, I'll leave it to you.
Well, thanks so much, you. And once again, before we leave, I know everybody's busy. I did just want to remind you, we do offer a free consultation. Come to our website, go to my scheduler, pick a time. I'd love to speak to you. 15 minutes is all it takes for that initial consultation. There's no obligation. And I'll let you know where you are today. I'll give you an honest answer. If you're not, even if you're not ready to sell, let's start that conversation so that when the time comes, you will be prepared.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, you. And thank you, Gene.
Thanks. Bye.